Hey there, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you are listening to this. This is, well, I guess the youth protection training for RYLA for District 5420 this year. And I just wanted to say welcome and thank you. I know that being a volunteer, being a facilitator, helping with RYLA is a big responsibility and something that you don't take lightly. It's a lot of time and a lot to do. So thank you so much. Okay, a couple things. I have like notes, but I want to make this kind of fun, precise, and help you understand what you need to do. When the youth are there at RYLA and preparing and transporting and whatever you might be doing with the youth before, during, and after. Everything you do needs to be in support of the youth. I think the biggest, most important thing that we do is show an example of compassion, gratitude, empathy, really being a good listener, making sure the youth feel heard. The one thing that we must make sure that our youth are is safe, okay? And so in youth protection, we want to make sure our youth are safe and we want to make sure we're safe. And so that means that we follow some guidelines. And one, make sure that you are never alone with a youth. Make sure that there's either another youth with them or you have another adult with you, because when it's one-on-one, that can be uh, it can be pretty dangerous for people. Uh, Youth can sometimes get confused when they have one-on-one time with people. Things can be said that happen on one-on-one time. And so always having a buddy, when we were younger, where's your buddy? Buddy system. That's really important with these youth. If a youth is having some struggles and they pull you aside or they need some kind of privacy, make sure the privacy is close by, okay? Make sure that you go grab another Rotarian or grab me, grab somebody else that can help listen to the youth, support the youth, okay? Um, whew. When we see youth doing something that they are not supposed to be doing, let's say sneaking out at the dance or um, maybe pairing up with somebody that they are interested in romantically or something like that. How we approach the youth should always be in a way of non-shaming, okay? When we're using words like you know better, you should, oh, should just equal shame, right? When we speak to youth, we want to make sure first we seek to understand what's going on, and then, and only then, do we interact with them. If we are reactive to the youth, there is a chance that we could say some things, do some things that are not healthy for the youth. So remember, instead of reacting, we interact with the youth. Okay? Very important there. Picture taking. Okay, and we'll get to hugs next. Remember, pictures are so much fun to have from RYLA. Um, Taking pictures, though, of just the youth's name tag or a lot of one-on-one photos, or when a youth might not be, and this sounds bad, like completely looking all that good, okay? Like sometimes I know accidents happen. We're taking pictures of something and something happens, immediate delete on pictures like that. But be very careful on the pictures and in the way you take pictures of your youth. Include the group, include everybody in pictures. And that's really important. Okay. All right, before hugging, connecting with youth. Lots of social media. Youth have everything. There are so many platforms that youth use that we might not be interested in, or we might. One of the safest platforms to keep connected with our youth if we feel like they want that connection. We cannot elicit it. We can't say, hey, I want to add you on Facebook or I want to do this or that. But one of the safer places, if they want to add you, would be LinkedIn on a professional site. Okay. I know things can still happen on professional sites, but remember, the youth needs to instigate it with you and something preferably professional. Okay. All right. Next, hugging, embracing, those kinds of things. The youth must initiate things. Okay. If they need a hug, side hug is the best. Some youth will just come in and hug you, right? And this can be awkward, right? One of the best things in the world to do is if a youth hugs you front on, be, oh, thank you, and step to the side. Be very careful of anything that could be misinterpreted. Okay. Um, Isolation. When you see a youth who's isolating, sometimes, well, lots of times, these learning things, learning experiences such as the culture walk, they can be really emotional for everybody. Okay. So sometimes you do need a little bit of time alone. One of the things I always recommend is if a youth says, hey, I want to be by myself for a little while. Oh, great. Okay. Why don't we do this? I'll check in on you in about 5 minutes. Just stay where I can see you, but separated from the group. Okay. If you find a youth isolating and they don't want to participate, please find me or one of the other folks, the mental health folks, or one of the leaders to really talk with the youth. Many of you are facilitators, so you don't have a lot of time to go and meet with youth and sit with youth. Okay, so thank you. Um, if there is any talk, any suicidal ideation, any comments like, I should just die, I want to go blow my head off, oh, just kill me now, any of those kinds of things, please report it immediately. Okay. And then myself or someone else who is highly trained, there's a couple of us that are clinicians. There are a couple of us trained in suicidal ideation. Um, any of that, please find us and we will sure help you out. Remember, this is quite a long journey for these youth to get there. A lot of emotional topics, a lot of in your face time, right? And some of the youth don't have a lot of interaction with other youth, so it can be highly emotional. People become a little bit imbalanced. So please let me know if you have any questions. Oh, if you have not already done your background check, please let um, the RYLA folks know. Sydney King will be able to help you and send you the link. After the background check is done, you can then go in and do what they call the youth protection awareness. And I send out, well, I don't actually send it out, but once I put you into the hub, it gets sent out to you. You can also do it on the myrotary.org, but I don't get a copy of that. So if you do, we definitely need a copy of your certificate of completion. Okay? So please let me know if you need anything else or have any other questions. Thanks.